Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Thank you for stopping by today. On the turntable, we're taking a look at the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman of Urrh and Arrh from the Batman RIP storyline. This is a very interesting take on Batman. It first debuted back in the Silver Age. It was an alien that came to Earth, saw Batman, wanted to be a Batman to represent his planet, and we got this weird looking Batman of Urrh and Arrh. Now, in the modern interpretation of this is basically a Batman that's been exposed to some chemicals and is having hallucinations by Dr. Hurt and Professor Milo. Causes Batman to regress into this backup personality, a very edgy, a very violent version of Batman. Imagine a Batman without a Bruce Wayne. That's what you got here with the Batman of Urrh and Arrh. It's a very interesting take. And the representation of this in action figure form is extremely well done. For a guy in an extremely bright costume, it shows Batman's confidence. His confidence to take villains head on, be the center of attention, and he's going to take you out. As you can see, Batman has a knife, a baseball bat with a bunch of nails in it. This is a very different take on Batman, Batman of Urrh and Arrh. And one of the ones I thought we'd never see in action figure form in Mcfarlane Toys, but Mcfarlane Toys surprises you. He pulls stuff out of some deep cuts, and he makes some amazing action figures. Now, this figure was released here in Canada, US, internationally in 2022. This was a Toys R Us exclusive for quite a while here in Canada, and then it later went off to GameStop. And you can actually still kind of find one of these kind of hidden gems around certain GameStops. So if you're looking for this figure, definitely hunt him down. But let's take a closer look at this figure. Now, the packaging, we have that 2022 packaging. We got the nice action figure photography of Batman. We got the cross cells. I loved having these cross cells. I wish they'd bring those back. Some really nice characters there. Right up on the side, Batman of Urrh and Arrh from the RIP storyline. You got the trading card, the artwork on the back, display stand. We got the knife. We got the bat with the nails in it. No extra set of hands, and that's it. So let's take a little bit of a closer look here at this Batman. Now, I will say this is one of the most phenomenal head sculpts. It is absolutely fantastic. I would love to see this head sculpt reworked into a more traditional Batman costume. That would be really, really cool to see that happen. And especially this bat logo here. This bat logo looks very different. It's very unique and alien-esque in that sense. You can almost imagine this is like eyes. I see eyes here for some reason with the slits there. Very cool. And the costume is kind of a ragtag piece together. You see a lot of stitching throughout, all the texturized tunic as well. And then the legs, we see some more stitching throughout where this costume has been ripped up and put back together multiple times. The bat is really nice. You know, a Batman carrying a bat, it's got nails in it. It's gonna hurt for sure if you get that hit in your head. And then he also has this knife. Really kind of a simple knife, but I like the wrapping around it. It looks kind of like a homemade shiv. Really cool. And this figure just, it's unique. Just like how we saw the Batman Infected from Earth 22. This is a very unique Batman. We got some very cool stylization, something different that you didn't think we'd see. The utility belt is a new kind of take on it as well. You can see it's almost like a weight belt with some pouches on it. And it runs all the way through to the back. He's got a big capsule there. Very cool. Now the cape too. The cape's a very lightweight material, very pliable plastic rubber here. So it's nice, it's not gonna weigh the character down. A lot of nice wrinkles and folds in the fabric too. Really quite nice. And what can you say about this Batman? It's very, at first I thought, man, this is an outlandish looking Batman. I've seen it in the comics as well. I kind of like, not bad. But Tony Daniel, a very good artist from DC Comics, has moved on. He did a very lengthy run on Batman, and he just made this figure look absolutely amazing. And you can really see the stylization of his artwork in the head sculpt. It's just phenomenal. Really impressive to see that much detail in this Batman head sculpt, in this Batman figure. So let's take a look at some of the articulation this figure has now. This figure did come out in 2022. It's a bit of a tough figure to find, but once you got him, it was definitely worth having. Got a lot of good articulation in the neck, a lot of nice side attitude. He does have the spacer joint in the arm, so he does the butterfly hinge. He does have the bicep cut, double jointed ratcheted elbows, ball joints at the hand as well. You can see that ball joint stick out quite a bit glaring. So Mcfarlane finally didn't get around to making that really upgrade in the ball joint sections that they have now. For torso articulation, not too bad, going back a little bit and down. Not the best articulation though, not the best for that ab crunch region. He does have the ball joint at the waist, ball joints at the hips, double joint ratchet and knees. He does have ankle articulation. The ball joint as well is kind of open there, but he has a really nice attention to detail on the boots. I really like all the laces on the boots and the texturing. He has a toe pivot, ankle articulation, the rocker joint, and of course the toe articulation. So this is a pretty damn cool looking Batman. Very stylized. You get him some really cool dynamic poses. And I think the articulation bodes well for him. Nothing's really holding him back. The articulation isn't hindered by any of the sculpted details. He looks fantastic. And you get a pretty badass looking Batman. So let's take a look at some other figures you might want to pair up with this Batman. Of course, we're going to take a look at the Joker. Now, the Joker, you know, he's twisted, kind of evil figure. But he looks really good with this one as well. This Batman, like I said, is a Batman without a Bruce Wayne conscience. So it's going to be pretty hell-bent and pretty evil, vicious Batman. It'll be interesting to see these two have a confrontation. I don't know if they haven't really read too many of the comics that feature Batman Urrh and Arrh. So I might do some research and try and pick some of these comics up and see what he's really like. Be interesting to see how he's portrayed. And then you also got this other guy. We just did a review on him recently. This is the Batman, basically the Batman who laughs. Batman infected from Urrh 22. Really cool looking figure. Like I said, they made some unique versions of Batman in 2022, and these two are definitely standouts. They look fantastic, very gaudy looking, but very cool. And then we also got this guy here from the Dark Knight's Metal, Death Metal. Very cool version of Batman. This is a Black Lantern Batman, if you didn't know already, so that's pretty damn cool. Swapped out the head with the Page Puncher's Batman to give it a more unique look. I really like the way this one turned out as well. And then, well, we got another one of my faves. This here is the Flashpoint Unmasked Thomas Wayne Batman. You can see these two guys together. They both have some very unique bat symbols. I like both of them. Really like the Flashpoint one a lot. But yeah, great looking figure as well. And then for our final one, let's throw in Batman Hush. One of my favorite Batmans. And you can see the body bucks are quite different. The Hush version is a lot more bulkier, beefier. But this streamlined version is really good as well. Haven't seen it used previously in another Batman figure or any other figure from my... So kind of like the best of my knowledge, I don't think it has been used. The head sculpt, I would love to see it repainted and worked into a Batman figure. I think that would be awesome. More traditional Batman in black and gray or blue and gray. Very interesting to see that. So guys, there you go. Now this figure did get the same treatment as the infected Batman of Urrh 22. There's, I believe, a glow-in-the-dark kind of blacklight version that's available from Mcfarlane toy store. So if you missed out on this first time, you want to get a figure with a bit more bells and whistles, you can get that figure and add him to your collection. But like I said, he's still kind of available here in Canada at GameStop. I've seen him quite a few times. So if you see him, pick him up. He's on clearance as well. I'm thinking about maybe getting another one now and doing some modifications, swapping out the head, repainting it, and adding it to another Batman for a custom. So let me know what you guys think about this figure. Is he worth getting? I kind of think so. Definitely a fun, different version of Batman to add to the collection. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We've got a full playlist of DC Multiverse video reviews. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.